This year, the fitness world has been destabilized. For the first time since we can recall, the government has forced you to close your doors. In April, after 30 days of COVID closure, Gold's Gym permanently closed 32 locations. 2 weeks later, it filed for bankruptcy. 24 Hour Fitness has permanently closed 134 locations. It also declared bankruptcy. In the meantime, Beachbody and Peloton are killing it. Last I read, Beachbody subscribers were up 200%. Is the Gold's Gym model dead? Where you rent equipment at a low price and need a high volume of members? I don't know. Is virtual consumption of fitness the only method for the future? I don't know, but I doubt that one. I know some of you have closed your doors permanently, not because of financial reasons, but because you like the virtual only option. I know others are interested in a hybrid model where you have virtual and a physical space. And I know that there are some who are looking forward to the day when they don't have to ever coach in front of a video camera again. I don't believe that anyone can say with certainty that they know how your members are going to want to consume fitness once the COVID apocalypse passes. And that can leave us feeling uncertain, which means you aren't able to focus or at least give your 100% attention to your noble purpose, which is to empower and encourage your members. The good news is you don't have to know how your members are going to want to consume fitness to get rid of uncertainty. We don't have to let the destabilization in the fitness industry cause us any level of uncertainty. I want you to be able to focus on changing lives. So when Susie Sad Pants comes into your gym overweight with health problems, looking to get fit, you can help her take on her dreams for the first time. Let's not let any future crisis cause us any uncertainty. How do we do that? Lisa was opening a second location when COVID hit, just weeks after opening. So when her game plan of adding revenue to her new location was completely derailed, she relied on the profit first system to get her through it. The reason Lisa didn't experience any level of uncertainty is because she took the time to make her first location financially healthy and resilient using the profit first system. Andy has a similar story, and because of profit first, even during COVID, he has a cash reserve for his team members that he can hire a new coach and pay them for 6 months. How would you feel if you had that type of cash reserve? Both Lisa and Andy operate debt-free after meticulously paying down their credit card debt that they may have had prior to Profit First. Compare that to the gym owners that have reached out to us after the crisis has hit. Living paycheck to paycheck, their accounting systems are really confusing, which leads them to make very expensive, bad decisions. No money management system in place to stop the bleeding. They are fighting to survive and to stay open. And the reality is, they were in that situation prior to the crisis. All this crisis has done is amplified the situation. Now, are these gym owners less passionate about their gym and their members than Lisa and Andy? No. Do they have less revenue than Lisa and Andy? No. The difference between the two is the profit first system. Overall, all of our clients who have implemented the profit first system are enjoying financial health and resiliency during this time. They have said that if it were not for profit first, they would be more fearful, more stressed, and more uncertain. And what's really cool is that our team member Aaron has been able to specifically mold profit first to their individual situations. Lisa and Andy weren't without problems. In Lisa's case, they needed to come up with a rent solution because from the get-go, they determined that her first location was not going to fund the second location for the basic bills. And in Andy's case, he was able to utilize the profit first system to build a cushion for his operating expenses and team member bucket. And when I say truly implement profit first, they got the right account set up, they recognized the areas that they needed help, they got Aaron to do the allocations for them and hold them accountable. They make decisions in their business now based on the health of the business. They don't just continue to do the same thing expecting a different result. They trusted the process and now they're financially resilient. The simple difference between certainty and uncertainty for these gym owners is being financially fit or not. And the program, the workout that got them financially fit is profit first. You know how a lot of people think that your weight is a good measure of your health? Well, you know that that's not true. Body fat percentage, waist circumference, blood pressure are all better health indicators. For finances, your business's weight would be its revenue. And sometimes we can confuse more revenue with being more financially fit. How much you pay yourself, how much you can take in profit distributions, and a cash reserve are all better financial health indicators. If Jabba the Hutt were going to come to you to lose some weight, are you going to stick him on the grapefruit diet or maybe the HCG diet? Hey Jabba, what I'm going to do is inject the urine of a pregnant woman into your body, and that's going to help you lose weight. What was that? What was that? Well, yeah, you're going to eat 500 calories a day, but that don't got nothing to do with you losing weight. It's all about the post-pregnancy pee. Magic bullet diets that promise double-digit weight loss in a few weeks are not the solution. Just like the solution to an unhealthy business isn't always going to be more revenue, selling more members. Have you ever heard of your reticular activator? Since we're not really talking about it. Scientists say that your reticular activator controls your overall level of consciousness, as in what you're aware of in your environments. I remember the first time I could afford a decent car. It was the largest financial commitment so far at that point in my life. So I wanted to do proper research to make sure I made the right decision. And then I came across the Infiniti G35X. At that point in my life, I had never even been aware of the brand Infiniti. But all of a sudden, as I'm driving around town, I started seeing Infinitis and G35s all over the place. That phenomenon is thanks to my reticular activator. It raised my level of awareness to the Infiniti G35. What does this have to do with profitability? Well, let me tell you. I am activating your reticular activator. Now you're going to be able to start seeing the decisions that you've made that either have increased or decreased your profitability. Focus is a powerful thing. It can't really be that simple, can it? Well, first of all, simple and easy aren't the same thing. But yeah, it kind of is that simple. Okay, so you've probably seen a profit and loss statement before. And it shows you what your net income is or net losses. And it follows a formula. The formula is sales minus expenses equals profit. So we count all the money coming in, we count all the money going out, and the money that's left over is our profit. Well, that seems problematic. I'm letting profit become an afterthought. That does not feel like a profit focus and will not make my reticular activator very happy. I would rather predetermine my profit. Then let my reticular activator take control, and it will help me raise my level of awareness to the areas of my business that are helping or hurting my profitability, just like Lisa and Andy did when they used the Profit First system. How do we take our profit first? Mike Michalowicz coined the phrase profit first flip. So the formula is sales minus expenses equals profit. All we're going to do is flip them. Now it's sales minus profit equals expenses. By taking profit first, you force yourself to use the cash that's left over for expenses work. So you may be thinking, that sounds great in theory, but I'm already working a heroic amount of hours, and I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So if I take any more money out first, I'm not going to be able to afford all my expenses. I mean, I don't have anything left over right now. Taking profit first will leave me with less than nothing left over. It would make things worse. That scenario is called Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law states that a resource will expand to match the supply. In other words, your expenses will expand to match the cash available to spend. To protect us from Parkinson's Law, from living paycheck to paycheck, from getting caught unprepared in a crisis, we need to put boundaries around our cash. What do these boundaries look like? We have to create a visual reality that we have less money to spend than we actually do. Because the truth is, that money deposited into our bank account has already been committed to other things, like paying coaches, paying your landlord, hopefully paying yourself. How do you show that you have less money to spend than you actually do? We're going to have you create multiple bank accounts. In the Profit First for Microgyms system, we call these the Essential 7. Income, team member expense, owner's pay, tax, profit, equipment, operating expenses. During the month, money is going to be deposited into your income account. Then twice a month, or up to 4, you're going to take money from the income account and you're going to put it in the other 6 bank accounts. This puts boundaries around your cash. This gives you a visual reality that you have less money to spend than you actually do, which helps you keep your costs lower. Now when you look at your operating expense account, the money you see is the real dollar amount available for you to spend on your operations. Now you are deliberately setting aside money for profit distributions and tax payments before you accidentally spend it on unproductive expenses. And the most important, now you are paying yourself first, which is the money you get to live off of. You don't have to rely on hard work anymore to cover up profitability problems, because with this simple system, you have placed boundaries around your cash. Just like Lisa and Andy, they put boundaries around their cash so that they could pay down debt, eliminate unproductive expenses, and tone their financial health so that they, not even knowing they were doing this, so that they could handle any unexpected crisis. Because aren't all crises unexpected? Finding and keeping profit is important, but your gym is so much more than that. You help the people of the world have better health, and health is a person's profit. The person who is healthy has a million dreams. The person who isn't only has one dream. We all want a joyous life, an income that supports our definition of success, a legacy. All of that is rooted in our health. The foundation for humanity is our health. As fitness professionals, you are the heroes of humanity. Not only do you owe it to yourself to be profitable, but you owe it to all your current members and future members, during a crisis or not. I started by talking about the destabilization in the fitness industry. Old models may be dying. New models may be needed. We each may have a level of uncertainty about what our future service offerings may look like in our gym. I emphasize that uncertainty is less about the model you choose and more about financial stability, more about your financial resilience. Profit First is the solution to uncertainty. Profit First is the path to financial resiliency. No longer will you need to try to sacrifice your profit to serve your mission. Because with Profit First, making more profit means that you can serve your mission at an even greater capacity than you are right now. Profit is a choice. Have profit, serve more.